9 of each, or maybe if there's there's 3 Ovechkin Adidas, maybe there's 5 Ovechkin Fanatics. Same thing with Matthews. Same thing with Draisaitl. Maybe there's 2 McDavids total in the run. We don't know. Obviously, McKinnon and Marner. Like I said, there may be 9 or 10 of each of them because obviously they're a little less pricey than the big guys. And same thing with Draisaitl. This is obviously reverse retro. Say maybe there's 3 of those, and maybe there's 6 of the Fanatics Draisaitls. But whatever, like I said, if you get one of those spots, obviously you have a pretty good chance at hitting. Obviously, we know the other names. If there's 50 of those headliners, there's 50 of the other names, and there's like a dozen names. So maybe there's like 3 or 4 of each. That's why I didn't mind pairing them up. So that way, if you get a paired up one, you probably have maybe 8 possible spots in the 100 to hit those jerseys. So, that's the best I could do. Like I said, I was trying to, make it really easy for you to break it down, but I wanted to make it relatively affordable. If I do that, it's going to be 19 total spots at $22 a spot, which is good. Like I said, obviously the boxes are much pricier. So if you did a pick one, get one, like we do with everything else, 16 spots, they'd be like 26, 20. I don't want to make it that much. I'd rather have it do $22 and set, spots and pairings and headliners, and we'll random those spots. So, you'll get some good spots. And then obviously if you want to make trades, you can always make trades, but that's kind of my game plan with that. But we'll deal with that the following Wednesday. Next Wednesday, of course, we're going to do my second East Coast where Big Al hit yesterday. So that's going to be fun. So, we'll see how that goes. Obviously. So, got a little back. Yeah. Jaden's back. So what's up, Jaden? I don't know if you have any spots tonight, but obviously you're looking at the eBay stuff for Sunday. So you're definitely here for the viewing pleasure. We'll see what comes out tonight and tomorrow. So, but like I said, other than that, like I said, in the pick your player stuff, the only thing that's really unstated is the fact that we have the Hayes Bros. Kevin Hayes is a spot, but you get the Jimmy Hayes RIP, the Boston Bruins that's in the box with him. There are 2 unstated double boxes, one in this most recent reload, one in the previous reload. Other than that, like everything is pretty standard. I don't have any specialties, nothing to piggyback. I did place an order last couple of days for some cool customs, so I'll be giving those away when they arrive, probably on Sundays when we do eBay. That's always the best day to give out some bonus free jerseys. I got some cool customs coming, so those will be totally free of charge. Just for buying your spots, we have a chance at the customs. And like I said, I put an order in for the 3 different ones that should show up to me by mid next week. So if I don't have them for this Sunday, it'll definitely be in the following Sunday, which will be our last Sunday before the next reloads that quickly. So we're down to, like I said, we're down to 36 boxes today, 35, of course, tomorrow, and then we'll be at 34 and 33 on Sunday, and then obviously we'll be down to the first live fill next Tuesday. Will be there 32 boxes. So it'll be pretty much a stretch run. One more double after this Sunday before the reload is in live. Like I said, I'll be able to get some jerseys to you. I said, obviously the next week, if I do 3, which I would like to do, because obviously I keep the prices similar to what they are this week. And then obviously I'll probably do 2 Facebook fills that last week before the reload goes in. There it is. The wheels fell off the Carolina Hurricanes. They decided to fold up the tents and go home early. So it was, they were up 3-1. They had a chance to put their foot on the Rangers. They hit a crossbar, they hit a post, and then the Rangers, who are the better team, just things go their way, and they made their way back. They got a good, hard-working, fluky goal, and then obviously CK just started to, depositing goals. So it's the way it's going to be. So yeah, obviously they move on, and we'll see if the Florida Panthers can put away the Bruins, and that'll be the matchup that I hope to see in the East, because I would like to see Boston go out. I don't think they're as good as the Panthers. So, but we'll see. Like I said, nothing else really special. We can just get the break in. Obviously, we got the 1 box tonight, and then same price list tomorrow. You guys will be back for the 3rd one this week. We had about a dozen different people today. Obviously, we have 38 spots in the 36 boxes. So it's you guys did a pretty good job. You divvied him up. Obviously Big Al was back tonight. Obviously, the Rangers definitely can win it all. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. They're the best record in the league. Obviously, if the Shesterkin's on his game, they're the best. He's the best goalie. Obviously Bobrovsky could win a series on his own, but Shesterkin definitely can carry the Rangers in, and that power play can be deadly. Obviously, I said Ray Bork. I'm like, you talk about Paul Coffey, you talking about Chris Pronger, Scott Stevens, Rob Blake. I'm like, McCarr's a great player, and he's almost like a unicorn in the way he plays in the current game with his wheels and his passing ability, but McCarr is not one of the greatest defensemen of all time. I mean, if he managed to crack the 20, I mean, that'd be a great career for him, and that's probably where he's headed. But I mean, I don't know about 10. I mean, I just think but Vasilevsky might be the best goalie in the league, but he's been very overworked the last 3 years. Obviously, you make back-to-back cup wins and then a game and a finals appearance. Obviously the way the cap set up the league, there's always going to be attrition. Obviously the Bolts kind of went all in for their back 2 cup runs, and they managed to make a 3rd cup run. So I mean, Vasilevsky, I would take him to win any one game if I had to right now. But even if I had to win a 7-game series, but as the wear and tear comes down on him, obviously he had the back surgery this year and missed the beginning of the season, but he is, he's in fine form when he's healthy. It's just that their defense is pretty porous. I mean, you don't shoot up, Matt Dumba and expect to win playoff series. The dude was big, washed out in Minnesota and like he's bounced around. Like seriously, if that's who you're going to shoot up in your top 6, you're not winning a playoff series. That's the NHL. And like obviously the Rangers top 6 is pretty stacked. I mean, they've had a pretty good, Andre Miller's pretty great. Brady Schneider's played great. I mean, Trouba when he's playing is great. Fox is great. I mean, obviously Lindgren. I mean, Rangers defense is twice as good as Tampa's defense. That's the problem is. I'm a Bolt fan through and through, but I'm a realist. I'm not going to BS you guys. I watch games nonstop. I know when a team has a porous defense, and the Lightning have a porous defense. I mean, they're playing guys, pull them up out of the minors. I mean, some of them play well. I'm not saying they're not going to be decent NHLers long term, but they're not beating the teams in the East. They're not beating Florida in a playoff series. I mean, they got smacked around by Florida. If they're not beating the Rangers, they wouldn't beat the Carolina. Like these are teams they've beaten in the playoffs like the last 3-4 years. And just the way the cap works in the NHL, there's no way to keep your team loaded up. I mean, we miss the Tampa Bay misses guys like Shattenkirk, misses guys like McDonough. I mean, those are the guys that, even Zach Bogosian. I mean, those players that are veteran players, you just don't have a way to keep them on your team. The team misses Killorn, misses Palat, misses, like the big rig. I mean, Maroon. I mean, even with the kid line they had with Colton and obviously Goodrow. I mean, that team would have been together if the cap didn't exist. But it's the way the NHL is. You got to deal with it. You got back-to-back Stanley Cups and a finals run, and I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously, it's a shame to see, the career years of Stamkos, Hedman, and Kucherov go by the wayside because they just don't have the depth. But that's what happens. I said, obviously, your superstars are in the prime. They're starting to get to the end of their primes, but you can't win. You definitely can't win. No, forget Stammer. Stammer is a death sentence if they sign him. In the way the cap works, hey, with a non-cap world, Stammer you give him part ownership of the team, Lemieux style, and Stammer could stay in Tampa until he's old and gray. But in the current NHL, there's just no. I mean, he's not a play driver. He's an absolute sniper. When you have guys like Hedman and Kucherov setting him up in the power play, but he's not a play driver. He's never really been a play driver. He's a finisher. And I mean, is there room to pay somebody like that $11 million in the NHL? Not the way the cap is set up. So, yes, don't get me started on Sergachev. Sergachev is the most overpaid defenseman on the planet. They had to pay him because that's the way the NHL is, but he's not worth the money that they're giving him. It's just your bottom 2 and 3 just aren't quality when you pay. And it hurts me to watch. Obviously, it's you got to be able to fill your roster out with quality, and they've just been stripped mine. I mean, they've traded so many high draft picks to build their dynasty. And like I said, that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, you guys look at guys that succeed across the league that used to be in Tampa, even for a short while, like Marchessault was there. I mean, Verhage was there. I mean, these are guys that didn't. I mean, Verhage won a cup, obviously. I mean, it's the first cup, so it's a shame, but that's the modern NHL, and you get used to it. You kind of hope that your front office is good enough with their drafting, and then free agent signing, but that's what you got to do. So it's a shame, but I mean, like I said, you deal with it. I mean, I don't expect Tampa to be Stanley Cup contender anytime real soon, but it'd be nice for them to get back there. And like I said, their veterans are good enough to make runs. It's just you don't have the depth. You see how these teams have left. These teams have deep teams and talented teams. I mean, Edmonton can't get over the hump, and they got great teams. They got great players, but they're just missing a piece or two, and they can't get that goaltender that wins them the series, and that's might finish them off in the playoffs. The Rangers and the Panthers both clearly have a goalie that knows how to win a playoff series. We'll see if the Bruins. I mean, obviously Swayman's played good at times, and they bombed them a couple times, but we'll see if it's enough to get them past Florida. But if not, Florida and the Rangers is kind of destined to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Out west, Dallas is a great team all year long. They've been a great team. See if they can take care of Colorado in that one. And obviously the Edmonton series. I mean, obviously Edmonton is everybody's hoping that they can get over the hump, but there's no promises. I mean, like I said, I mean, it'd be nice if Stuart Skinner or obviously Pickard. I mean, they don't have a goalie that when you look at the goalie, you're like, okay, we got to beat him. Like that's just how it is, That's just how it is. But like I said, even Georgie's been so good. He won so many games. I think he led the league in wins this year. But I mean, they just didn't give him enough rest. Does that kind of affect them as we get down to the last couple series? Even if Colorado can advance, I mean, obviously they won a cup, but I mean, is he enough to win a series? I mean, the final is going to be the best because if it's Florida and Rangers and whoever comes out of there, I think is going to be the favorite. They might not be as highfalutin and with all the league's headpieces on it, like either McDavid, Draisaitl, or McKinnon and Rantanen and Makar. We'll see what comes out of the West, but the East is going to be a tough team. I think. I mean, obviously, it's going to be tough to get into the finals, no matter who you are. But I think the Eastern teams to me are definitely should be the favorites come the finals. So we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, I mean, this is going to be fun. Like I said, I mean, I was trying to make it as affordable for you guys as possible. I mean, I hate doing random, but I mean, the way I paired up the players, 19 spots, totally random, $22 a spot. That's going to be as fun and as fair as everybody can get. Obviously, the McDavid will be the community spot, so that's going to be fun. So that's definitely the game plan for after this coming Wednesday, which is going to be the East Coast. We did a good job with the Kyle Connor Adidas, so hopefully we have another Adidas in there, but we don't know anything other than what we've seen so far from them. So yeah, that's right. They did with Crew. Like I said, I mean, obviously the Colorado's got the kind of team that they can win with any goalie. Edmonton hasn't proven that they can do that yet. And like I said, I mean, I definitely would give it to Colorado as the favorite if they ended up going against Edmonton. But we'll see. Like I said, Dallas is no joke. Obviously, the teams in the West, I think, are so good too. But you don't see them as much. Us, the East Coast, at least, we don't get a chance to see them as much, game by game basis. But when you get to the playoffs, these teams are pretty fierce. So, but like I said, I mean, I have no problem thinking that Colorado can make it to the finals. Edmonton still has to prove it to me. We'll see what happens, out west though. Like I said, I mean, Dallas really might be the best team out west, but Colorado is not going to go quietly. So, I mean, obviously they forced it to 3-2. They win one more, obviously forced it 7 games, but like I said, I mean, that's going to be Colorado Dallas is probably the best series right now. I mean, even though Carolina tried to get the 7 games, but then they folded. They fell apart tonight. So, so let's get the randoms going for this box. Let's do it. let's get this one done so that we can get to bed and think about tomorrow. So tomorrow's box, it'll be the last one before the double on eBay. So let's get going here. Okay, like I said, with the boxes, there's only one box that I know. If you guys are following along at home, you should know as well. The only box I know, the player that's in it, is box 17. That's the last box from the 9th reload. 97 and 3 are both from the 8th reload. 17 was the 9th reload. Then we have 5 boxes from the 10th reload, and then a bunch, like 11 from the 11th, and then like, I don't know, 13, 14 from the 12th reload. So here we go. Let's get going with the random. Okay. Of course, we do 5 or more always with our random. And here's our boxes in order. Of course, we've removed. So we have the, what is there, 20, 36 tonight. So let's get the dice rolling. 5 or more. Let's see what we got. 8s, double 4s, 8 times. There's our list. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we can hit. 36 boxes, 8 times. We're going to have 1, possibly 2 winners if we get a double. We'll see. You know, we have 2 in there, so chance of hitting them. Okay, the box we're going to open tonight, good luck, everybody, is going to be box number 55. 55. 55, I believe, is not possible for a double. 36 boxes, 55, 8 times. It is box 55. Okay. Okay, make my notes down here. I don't know if you guys keep as good a record at home as I do on my ends. I know Ray was terrible with keeping track of his boxes, so we kind of had to do it for him. But 55. Okay. 55 it is. And there is possible for a double box. This is the second to last most recent reload. Good stuff in here too, guys. So let's see what we got. 55. 55 is right in the middle. Second box down. 55. Okay. Get my list up. See what we got. So good luck, guys. 36 boxes today, 35 tomorrow, 1 in 35. Actually, a little better because obviously there's 2 double boxes. So the odds are 1 in 35 tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But tonight, we got 55 to take care of. Okay. See we go. See we go. Then we get ready for the late game. You guys are late game on East Coast, but late game is relative, obviously. So box 55. See who's going to be the winner. And he had him tonight, even though he only got one of his 2 spots. It is Billy Smith, Hall of Fame legend, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, New York Islanders, Billy Smith. Here we go. Boom. Billy Smith. The Isles. How about that? Boom. The New York Islanders, Fanatics, Long Island. Look at the 4 stripes on the stick. That's their cups. 4 straight Stanley Cups. New York Islanders. Let's get that up there. I said, I know who hit this. This has been one of his targets. He hasn't had it every time, but AJCOA, Billy Smith, New York Islanders Fanatics. Very, very nice. The legend himself, Hall of Famer, Billy Smith. That goes to Steve S. Congratulations, Steve S. You have not hit in quite some time. Obviously, we haven't had tons of aisles in there, but there you go. Nice job, Steve, banging that out. That's good for you because now I actually get to send you your Ed Jovanovski puck. I've been waiting for you to hit. I was going to mail it out to you probably in a week or so if you didn't hit anything. But definitely you will get Billy Smith in the mail. That's going up to Amityville, New York. And you'll get an Ed Jovanovski puck that you won in the bonus a couple weeks ago. So congratulations on the Billy Smith. I will be sending everything that you guys hit is going out on Saturday morning. I know Tim asked me about what his Housley jersey. I haven't mailed anything from last Thursday, and I think Thursday I sent out, but then the weekends, and then obviously this week. So this is the third day of the week. We had 2 on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then tomorrow. So I will be mailing out all my jerseys on Saturday morning. So that's kind of the way the work schedule worked this year. So congratulations to Steve hitting the Billy Smith. Very nice Islanders. He knows I have another Islander on deck for the next reload. So that's actually we have I have a Butch Goring that's going into there for the next reload. So he will have something else to chase as well. I know there's a couple